this video, we're going to discuss about the immunodeficiency disease. Immunodeficiency disease. Immunodeficiency results from the failure of one or more components of the immune system. If there is a failure of immune system, that time you will get a disease that is due to the immune power. So such deficiency disease are called immunodeficiency disease. Primary immune deficiencies are caused by genetic developmental defects. So primary immune deficiency are caused by genetic developmental defects. That is, primary level means it is due to the genetic developmental defects. Secondary immune deficiency arises due to various. So primary is from the genetic level, but the secondary you have so many reasons like radiation, use of cytolytic and immunosuppressive drugs and infections. Due to this, the secondary immune deficiency disease can occur. So AIDS is an acronym for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So it is a deficiency of human, that is immune system, occurred during the lifetime of an individual, indicating that it is not a congenital disease. So AIDS is not a congenital disease. Congenital means the disease occurred at your birth, occurred from your birth, because it is not a congenital disease. If there is a deficiency in your immunity due to acquired by introducing the virus in your body like that, due to the acquired, there is a deficiency in the immune system. So such type of an disease is called AIDS. So AIDS is caused by human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. So it attacks the T cells, that is the helper T cells. So it selectively attacks the helper T cells. The infected T cells, that is helper T cells, will not stimulate the antibody production by B cells, resulting in the loss of natural defense against the viral infection. So the HIV virus infects the T helper cells. So what is the function of T cells? To stimulate B cells. So when the T cells are attacked by HIV, it got infected and the T cells fails to stimulate the B cells. Due to this, antibody production was stopped. Okay. On the basis of infection, it cannot able to produce the antibody. So on the basis of genetic characteristics and differences in the viral antigen, HIV is classified into two types, type 1 and type 2, HIV 1, HIV 2. So on the genetic characteristics and differences in the antigen, viral antigen, the HIV is of two types, HIV 1 and HIV 2, that is type 1, type 2. Structure of an HIV. So the HIV virus belongs to lentivirus. So lentivirus, when we observed it under the electron microscope, so the virus is spherical in shape. Okay, this is the spherical shape virus. Okay, and the size is 100 to 120 nanometer in diameter. So the diameter, that is the diameter is 100 to 120 nanometer. Okay, and the H, that is, and it has containing a dense core surrounded by lipoprotein envelope. So you can see the lipoprotein envelope, which that is the lipid layer which covers the virus, that is the outer cover, it is made up of lipoprotein envelope. So the envelope has glycoprotein. So you can see this, this knob-like structure, that is called the glycoprotein GP41 and GP120. Okay, so at the core there are two large single stranded RNA. So in the center you can see the two large RNA, that is the nucleic acid. Okay, attached to the nucleic acid you can see the reverse transcriptase enzyme which attaches with the nucleic acid, that is RNA, it got attached. You can see here. So this one and this one. So the reverse transcriptase enzyme got attached with the RNA. Okay. It is also contains proteases and ribonucleases. This reverse transcriptase enzyme contains proteases and ribonucleases. And the core, that is the center port, that is the nucleic acid, was surrounded by a capsid, that is a layer, protein capsid. So protein capsid, and that protein capsid, and you can see another layer also here. So it is a matrix proteins. So matrix proteins. Okay. Okay. And next, okay, that is the structure of HIV. Now we move on to the HIV transmission. So HIV is often located within the cells, especially in macrophages. So the HIV was seen inside the macrophages. The HIV can survive 1.5 days inside the cell. So inside the cell, it can survive for 1.5 days. They can ask in 1 mark. But outside the cell, only 6 hours it can survive. So the roots of HIV transmission, how it is got transmitted. Unsafe sexual contact, blood contaminated needles, organ transplants, blood transfusion, vertical transmission from HIV infected mother to child. So these are the transmission routes, how the HIV can transmitted. And HIV is not transmitted by insects or by casual contacts. So after getting into the body of the person, the virus enters into the macrophages, where the RNA genome replicates, that is the viral RNA genome replicates to form viral DNA. So that is when it enters into the cell of the macrophages, inside that, there it becomes the RNA DNA, that is the RNA particle is converted to the nucleic acid is converted to viral DNA with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme. So this viral get incorporated into the DNA of the host cell. So it looks like the DNA of the host cells and directs the infected cells to produce viral particles. So and asks the infected cells to produce the viral particles. So the macrophages continue to produce virus. So it produces, the macrophages continues to produce viruses, and in this way acts like an HIV factory. So the macrophages are the HIV factory. So simultaneously, so the factory was created inside the macrophages. Now the HIV enters into the helper T lymphocytes. There also this virus got replicated and it produces progeny viruses. So the progeny viruses released in the blood attack other helper T cells. So these viruses, that is inside the T lymphocytes also, the progeny viruses are formed and they have been that is released in the blood to attack other T helper lymphocytes. So this repeated leading the progressive decrease in the immune that is T lymphocytes. So it decreases the T lymphocytes in the body of the infected person. Due to this decrease in the immune, that is T lymphocytes, what happened? The infected person will get other diseases like the fever, diarrhea and weight loss. So due to the increase in the number of helper T lymphocyte, the person starts suffering from the infections and becomes the immune deficient and unable to protect against any infection. So his immune system is totally got destroyed. Due to that, he cannot able to withstand a common cold also. So the severe infection got attacked. Day by day he is getting infection, means what will happen? So the test, how the HIV test. So a single blood, that is simple blood test can be done. The first one is ELISA test, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. It detects the presence of HIV body. It is a preliminary test. Western blot is more reliable and confirmatory test. So it detects the viral core protein, okay. So that is means the Western blot is the confirmatory test. If both the test shows the positive of HIV, that is the HIV virus was in the person's blood, then the person is considered as HIV positive patient. And we all know there is no cure, no medicine for HIV, that is AIDS. So AIDS has no cure. So prevention of AIDS is the best option. Advocating safe sex and promoting regular checkup. Safe blood for transfusion. Use of disposal syringe, that is needles. Use of condoms during sexual contact. Prevention of drug abuse. So these are the prevention methods to keep away ourselves from AIDS. AIDS awareness program by NACO, that is National AIDS Control Organization, NGOs and that is non-NGOs, that is non-government organization, and WHO are to prevent the spreading of AIDS. They are giving the awareness program of AIDS also. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, post the doubts in the comment box. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel. If you want to watch the video in Tamil, I had given the link in the description box. You can go and watch it. Thank you.